How many times have you told your tween or teen to clean up their room, and then they may look at you, or they even ignore you, or they say yes, but they never do it, and then the mess starts to pile up. You start getting overwhelmed, frustrated, and it seems like nothing that you would do would work to get them to clean their room, at least nothing respectful. The next thing that you try is taking their phones away. I've seen even some parents on TikTok that they pick up their tweens and teens room and then they sell their things, and then that creates resentment, and that creates more friction among parents of teens and tweens with their children, and it doesn't work. So today I'm going to tell you what does work. By the way, my name is Marcela Collier. I'm a certified parenting coach, positive discipline parenting coach. I'm the owner of High Impact Club, parenting education online platform. Today I'm going to share with you the 3 things that you need to do in order to gain your tween and teens cooperation that doesn't require taking their things away, yelling, repeating yourself all day long. None of that. If parenting with understanding is something that you want to learn more, or you are interested in knowing how to apply this with your older child or younger ones, I encourage you to subscribe to my channel and hit the notification bell, because every single week you get a new video from me. Before we talk about what works, why taking the phone away or repeating yourself all day long, or telling them just clean your room, or you're not going to go to the movies on the weekend, or I'm going to sell your things, or even you do sell their things and then you get more of the same behavior, even worse, because now they're resenting you. It doesn't work because it doesn't meet their need. So what is their need? That you do things for them? Absolutely not. In order for you to be effective parenting a tween or teen, you need to understand 3 things. Number 1, you need to understand their brain, how their brain functions and receives information. So if you tell them just clean your room, they go and they see their big messy room and they're not going to clean it because their brain is immature, and the area of the brain that controls the organization of tasks and time management is immature, is not developed yet. So for you telling them go clean your room and they see the big project, is not going to sink in for them, because they don't have the brain development to calm themselves down on their own and break the big project in little tasks, at least not while they are overwhelmed. So that's the first thing, for you to understand how your tween and teen functions developmentally and how their brain functions, because it's not the same as adults. You may see them big, you may see them tall, they're kids, they're not adults. Number 2, a big mistake is the communication. If you communicate with your tween and teen in a way that they're able to actually grasp and understand you and relate back to you without getting defensive, then you are in a better path as if you communicate with them from your own frustration, from your own overwhelm, because again, their brain is immature, and an immature brain is not able to relate logically to a dysregulated brain. So if your brain is dysregulated, meaning if you're upset, if you're really overwhelmed yourself, that state that you are in is going to overpower your child's brain, and they won't be able to respond back with logic. So the first thing is for you to calm down, for you to collect yourself and understand that if they're not cleaning the room, it's not because they prefer to be on their phone or because they're just messy, lazy, or they're defiant. It's because they need help with the organization of this big project, breaking it down in little tasks. And that's the third thing. So number 1 is understanding how they process information. Number 2, knowing how to communicate with them. So the way that you present yourself, your calmness, it's necessary. And the second thing is the things that you tell them, because again, you cannot have a conversation with a tween or teen the same way that you have with your spouse, because your spouse is an adult and they have mature brains. And number 3 is to set them up for success instead of setting them up for failure. So you truly set them up for failure when you consequence them, when you take their phone away or do all sorts of things to get them to do things. Why? Because they either shut down and they comply out of pure fear or desire of getting their phone, not because they're really learning how to be organized, or number two, they're going to rebel even more. So you don't want either one of those two. You want them to start doing things because it's the right thing to do. So how do you do that? You do that by setting them up for success. So in this case, if their brain needs to borrow your brain to help them organize, to break down the big project in little tasks, then help them with that. Why do they have to tackle the whole room at once? Help them see their room in little projects. Okay, you can tackle your clothes. Once you're done, come back and let me know. If they need a break, give them a break. Sometimes you don't even tackle your own clothes all at once, so why are you pretending or putting that high expectation on your children? And then once they come back to you, okay, the clothes are put away. What is the next thing? Let's go with your papers that you have spread around on the room. Help them break it down in little tasks. So if you want to be successful parenting your tween and teen, you need to understand their brain. You need to understand how to communicate with them. And you need to build them up for success and not failure by providing with them an actual plan on how to do better instead of making them feel worse for already not doing what your expectations are. These little snippets of wisdom is a little portion of a big masterclass that Dr. Lockhart, she's the parenting coach for parents of tweens and teens. She's a pediatric psychologist of tweens and teens, and she created a free masterclass for you to understand these three concepts so you are able to respond to your tweens and teens effectively. So the nagging, the yelling, the reminding, the consequences, the rebellion, all those things, they don't have to coexist when you're raising a tween or teen. Parents think that they go together. If you have a tween, you must be living in chaos. That's not true. That is a myth. So if you are ready to claim back your peace and restore your relationship with your tween or teen, I encourage you to register for this class. It's completely free. I'm going to leave a link in the description below. Save your seat. It is in Zoom at 7 p.m. Eastern Time, and I hope you can make it. And if you want me to create more content, give me your ideas in the comments. Remember, it only takes understanding to break your cycle. I'm going to be in the class as well, learning a lot, and I hope to see you there.